Imagine you had to go without electricity for a week. No charging your phones, no lights for reading, no refrigeration. For many, this is a reality of everyday life. I grew up in Mumbai, the city full of people and action. We rarely had power outages. However, people in rural India rarely had electricity. Many villages had to rely on oil lamps for lighting their homes and coal for cooking. And as a child, I was always fascinated by how an invisible electricity can make all this difference in someone's life. I used to always ask myself a question: why is it so difficult to build those power lines? And what does it take to bring power to every home? And 30 years later, here I am, an electrical engineer supporting power grid projects around the globe. So, what is a power grid? Power is generated at 15 kilovolts or less at generating stations which are typically located far from the urban load centers. The power is stepped up to higher voltages at generating stations and transmitted over long distances through power lines, and again stepped down at lower voltages near the load centers. As electricity moves through these power lines, some of the power is lost, which is why it must be stepped up to a higher voltage at the generating station. Every region has multiple generating plants and hundreds of miles of transmission lines. These transmission lines of every region is interconnected with surrounding regions for reliability purposes. And this mesh network is called the power grid. The power grid is not only essential to ensure basic necessities of life, but now also has become an important element of the clean energy solution. Climate change is pushing the world to adopt decarbonization solutions. The energy industry is transitioning towards renewable generation. And the power grid is a key enabler for these clean energy solutions. Today, Tetra Tech is helping our clients with the development of wind projects, solar projects, and battery storage solutions. But bringing this renewable generation to the end user is not that straightforward. For example, we are helping one of our clients with the development of a massive offshore wind project in New York. The offshore wind turbines will generate about 1,000 megawatt of electricity, and this electricity will be conveyed to onshore landfall site through submarine cables. Once it comes onshore, it needs to be connected to the nearby power grid. There are two major issues with this project. The first and the foremost, the existing power grid is not designed to handle such massive power injection in their current system. This means that the utility needs to conduct extensive upgrades to their existing power system, which takes years. Secondly, the power, once it comes onshore, the transmission line travels through congested urban areas, and receiving permits for such transmission projects through congested urban areas, as well as coordinating construction activities for the project, is quite complex. Tetra Tech is unique in a way that we not only have renewable energy experts who help our clients build those renewable power plants, we also have high voltage specialized engineers who can help transfer the power to the grid and make it accessible to millions of people. I'm happy to say that the passion as a child to bring power to every home is still alive today, as we are literally powering the future.